Hello there, welcome to Holy Golden Doodles channel. Tonight I want to give an update on Boujee and how she's feeling. Yesterday I posted a video about her and about how sick she was, and she is better now, but she was super sick. She had me so worried. With her, what happened, she got up and she was not feeling good, and she started to throw up this huge amount of just mucus. I mean, it was hard to clean up. I don't mean to be so graphic, but it was so hard to clean up. There was so much of it. And she's been vaccinated at the vet's office for bordetella, so that's kind of one of the symptoms of it, except she wasn't really coughing. I think she had aspirated a little bit of that stuff, and a couple times she just sounded like she was making a noise to clear her throat. But that happened, I think, like the evening before yesterday, and then I had made the video about her being sick. So she probably did that about 5 times an hour. Great big pile, great big circles of this, and I would try to clean it up with vinegar, and it didn't say nothing. I mean, it was so hard to understand what was going on with her. So Pet Dad called the vet, and the vet was going to work her in at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Now, yesterday morning, when I got up to go to work, that was when I had found her. I said in the previous video, she had apparently started throwing up in her sleep, and it was, the side of her head was dry. It had that in it on the side of her face, and she was trying to sit straight up and sleep. And so then she got out of her crate, and I cleaned all that up, and she laid down in the floor, and she was trembling. She was so sick, she was trembling in her back end, and I started to imagine all kinds of things that could be wrong with her. So fast forward to, I went on to work, and Pet Dad was here with her, and she started throwing up water, but it was less and less. Well, we were waiting for the time because the vet said they'd work her in at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. They said they were going to work her in. Well, I got home from work about noon, and I'd say by 3 o'clock she hadn't thrown up. Well, we went to get her some baby food, some meat baby food, and feed her that to see if she could keep that down, because she wasn't eating anything. We didn't know she had a bowel blockage, because she's always chewing up sticks and eating threads out of her toys, and she's really hard to keep up with. That Frisbee she's playing with right there was supposed to be chew-proof, and you'll see at the end of this video, if you look carefully, she's chewing it up in little bitty pieces on the back deck, and I jumped up and took it away from her because I didn't want this to happen to her again. But anyway, so by about 3 o'clock, she hadn't thrown up since noon, and she was starting to play a little bit. And this is what this video is right now. That's when she started playing. And so we called the vet, and they said it would be okay if we went ahead to wait to see if she threw up or not. I was very worried, with it being a holiday weekend, that she would get worse again, and we wouldn't be able to get her into anywhere but an emergency vet. And that's why I was super worried about getting her in there. But anyway, so they said it would be okay to wait until Saturday if she got sick through the night again. But you see in the video, she started playing. It was like a miracle. I mean, she got up from laying down and laying around and throwing up water and throwing up phlegm to jumping up and playing. And so I really think she might have had a 24-hour virus. And because that's just about how long it took before she started springing back into life. And we went to town and bought them a bunch of new tennis balls and a Frisbee that's supposed to be chew-proof. Ha, ha, ha. And Pet Dad was out there throwing it for her. And she was kind of a little bit running behind the other ones. But she was doing good to have been that sick and that trembly, I think. And so toward the end of this video, you'll see that I had given her a shower, and she doesn't even look like herself because I didn't blow dry her. I just let her hair curl up because I didn't want to put her through that. I didn't want to put her through a bath, but she had to have a bath. That stuff had been all over her front legs, her feet, and her ears and all. It was so bad, and she was so sick. I really was worried that I was going to lose her because I didn't know what in the world she had. And, you know, it was just to April that I lost my little English bulldog. And I also want to say right here, I want to thank everybody. I've had such an overwhelming amount of people to check on her and to want to know how she was doing. And I know people prayed for her. I know I did. And you can't tell in this video how dirty she looked, but she was pretty dirty. And see, she just went to the groomers on Wednesday. So here's what I'm thinking. A week ago, last Monday, Roxie, it was Thursday. So it was a week to the day that Boo got sick. Roxie had been, I think, to the vet for her yearly checkup. And I'm wondering if we didn't walk some kind of sickness in on our shoes with us having been at the vet. Because one time, one of the vet techs told me that when she goes home from work, she pulls her car in her garage, she takes all of her clothes off, puts them directly in her washing machine, takes her shoes off, leaves them in the garage, and she has a shower in the garage. And she literally takes her shower before she goes in the house because of all of the germs that she is afraid she'd bring home to her house dogs. So that made me think that was very, very possible that could have happened. So I don't know what it was, guys, but she's over it. She's been playing. I'm not sure right there. We'll go on a little bit and I'll look, but I'm not. There's Roxanne. She was a good sport through the whole thing, helped us out. Hi, Boo. She's shaking my hand right now. I'm thinking that's where we're going in to get her shower. I went ahead and took her in there and gave her a good shower. And then in a minute, it'll show how her hair's so wet and curly. And then after the shower, she started really playing. Yeah, here comes the part where see her hair's still wet. I dried her off. Pet Dad dried her off while I dried myself off. And then we put her out there. And I sat out there with them. And she was feeling so much better just being clean because she's used to her hair being clean and brushed. And so anyway, you'll see her playing around a little bit here on the porch and see how wet her hair is and see that, honest to goodness, she got better. She just got over it. Just as soon as she got the worst of it, she just kind of snapped out of it. So she's eating good now. One of them has got diarrhea, though. We're not sure, and it may be her. And I'm not going to even be mad about that because if she's swallowed something that made her have a little bit of a blockage, that definitely cleaned it out. I'll tell you. Oh, I don't know. These dogs just worry me to death sometimes. But there look how good she's feeling. She's just trying to get Roxie to come on and play. Come on and play with me. Huh? In the video. Pet Dad's correcting me. He doesn't know that I'm watching the video and talking over it. So anyway, Roxy's going over there to play with her a little bit. She likes to mother them. Anyway, I'll let you finish watching this video, and I thank you all again for checking on the girls and checking on Boujee. And you can see she's doing better. She's playing like she's 2 months old again, which she's just 9 months old now. If your dogs come down with something like this, I actually believe it's something going around. And also, a little fact, Roxie has a vet appointment at the girls' groomer Wednesday. Not a groomer appointment, Wednesday. And I'm going to let him shape her hair up and see how she does and see if she's nervous about it when she gets back home. And if it goes okay, I may let her start going to the groomer too. Anyway, like I said, I'll let you finish watching the rest of this video. And I thank you all for watching and commenting and everything you do, subscribing to my channel because it helps hugely on the algorithm. And I'm trying super hard to grow my channel so you can watch my golden doodle puppy girls grow up to be possibly mothers of future litters should their health testing finish out to be as good as it has since it started. Forgive me for all my speech that's confusing, but I drove all the way to Chicago, Illinois today and back in one day to go see my uncle, my invalid uncle. He's in a nursing home, and I kind of go see about him every once in a while. And believe me, it's a long drive up there, hours and hours and hours. And my older son went with me, and he was a trooper too. He's on dialysis. He has kidney failure, and he even went with me. We had a good time. So, okay, this is it. I'm going to quit talking. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed day.